Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Group Action Roll. We're back from our break. We're going to do something a little fun at this point. We're going to move the spotlight into the inner Imperium chamber where the second accord is taking place. There's many people here that are NPCs, and there's only one of me, so I've enlisted the help of all of my talented friends to help me bring this to life. So we're going to go to this big 10-person scene, but there are a few characters who are actually present in the scene. First, we have Geen. Geen is present in the scene, played by Fargrim. Second, we have Sharon, who is present in the scene, played by Aaron. That's the only two, right? Did I miss somebody? Nope, that's it. Cool.
That's it.
Ooh. All right. Would each of you like to go through and describe who you are playing? Hal, you can be Halim in the scene if you'd like. If you think Halim would have, with a little bit of nudging, would have entered into the chamber, by all means. If not, totally up to you.
I mean, is Trill there yet?
Trill is here.
Absolutely, he would go in.
Okay, you can tell that they've been kind of nudging you because your father and your family haven't arrived to represent Zapharos. We know that that's not something you want, but that's what they're trying to do. So that's why they're letting you in. Jen, would you like to say who you're playing?
I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but I'm playing Irma, which is the twin sister of our late Helm.
A lion.
A lion, because they're...
A lion. Oh, yeah, a lion. I should have known that.
He was
lion.
a panther.
Yeah. I know, but
a
lion panther.
Yeah.
A lanther.
So she's a Katori.
Irma, a lion. Outstanding. Sage, would you like to say who you're playing?
Yes, I'm actually playing Lily Greenwhistle, who is the representative for Valtheros. And if anybody has seen the what is soup shirt, Lily is the lovely person who originally asked that very question. So definitely, yeah, I'm excited and really nervous to play Lily.
So much fun. And then Mo, are you playing somebody? Did you pick up somebody? Mo, if you wouldn't mind, I would like you to play a representative named Siros Mudskipper. He is a ribbit from Thalcaris, which is in the Varkos Isles. Play him however you want. Oleron, Sean, would you like to say who you're playing?
I am Dernek Stonebreaker, the king of the dwarves.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I'm playing my boss.
You're playing. I really didn't. I was trying not to have him interact with you so that I didn't have to throw you off with it with choosing an accent for you. Zira, who you playing?
And coming in at the opposite end of the height scale from Meadowlark, I'm playing Trill, Clearspring from The Garden. A rather delightful, I think, returning fairy.
Returning fairy, indeed. Christian, who you playing?
I am playing Valithrin, aka the Concordance. I am Lero, the former god of revelry, and now I'm just a mortal bard. But I'm very fancy and possibly drinking a little bit.
Outstanding. Kristi.
I will be playing Queen Navira. She's the elven queen married to the orc Throg. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I'll save the best for after.
Outstanding. So as you all the delegates enter into the space, you find a large circle table with seats for each. And as you enter, tell me how the scene plays out. Who would like to go first?
Well, I believe I should go first.
Probably.
I am the queen. in this region. I am married to the king or emperor, is it? Doesn't matter to me, really. It's a marriage of convenience. Though I would like to welcome everybody here today. I would like you to introduce yourselves for those who do not know who you are. Many of us are meeting for the first time. So please, let's go around the table. Mr. Is it Siros Mudskipper?
Yes, Ribbit.
Please
Yes.
introduce yourself to everybody.
Siros Mudskipper. Yep. Sorry. Of what isles did you say he was from? Sorry, this is just thrown at me. So.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's Thalcaris. Thalcaris.
Whenever you get stuck, just say Ribbit.
Perfect.
That was the plan. Siros Mudskipper of Thalcaris, and you obviously have your husband, Throg. Why is he not here?
Throg has no fancy for such things.
Mm.
He is leader in presence, though Throg also finds value in the hunt. So Throg will not be joining us today. Apologies on his behalf.
I would have loved to have met the king. I know that he is down in the tourney. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Hmm.
You're all welcome to go down and meet him there after the meeting, as a matter of fact. Although I wouldn't expect the same, courtesy that you might receive here.
So I prefer to speak with the decision maker, so you are welcome, Queen Nevera.
The decision maker.
That is you, I assume. You run,
Oh, yes.
make all of the
Good.
decisions. Yes, of course.
Well, I won't say that officially, but I am the one here at the table today.
Excellent. Please, Representative Clearspring.
It's been a few years since the Shattering and Trill found her way back to life. She is a little older, a little wiser, holding herself together very nervously, and has brought a notebook to the meeting. Hello everyone, it's good to see some old faces here again. Queen Nevera, it has been a lovely, if not quite a long time. It is good to see you all again. I am here on behalf of the garden, and I'm looking forward to entering into accords with all of you.
Well met.
Indeed. Who would like to go next? Is it Captain Geen Bugman?
Yes. I'm Captain Geen Bugman, voice of Varkos, officer of the Dreadnought Guild, and captain of the Crimson Dragon. I'm here to speak on the free people of Varkos and represent them.
And
Thank
next
you.
we have, is it Irma?
She just kind of nods towards you. I'm assuming we're all taking seats now, right? Or are we all sitting
Please do.
down somewhere? Okay. Well, that wasn't Irma, that was me. But
That made me laugh.
well, yes. I am Irma, a lion. Obviously, from Regos. And she looks over towards Aaron's character that's not on the screen right now, Shurian.
I'm on the screen.
Your Aaron is on the screen,
Oh.
but like not your
Yeah, Shurian.
character's name.
Shurian.
Okay. She kind of looks over to wherever he is and starts walking in that direction. I am looking forward to ensuring peace throughout our lands together. And then she kind of sits in a seat that's near him. I don't know if he's taken a seat yet. If he has, it's right next to him. If it's not, it's near him.
He stands up, and I allow you to sit next to me.
She'll nod and then take the seat. Some areas need to be a little bit more care. Needs to be put into encouraging peaceful trade once again.
Well said. Well said.
And who is left?
The door crashes open. Oh, sorry. I think I'm late. Hello. Hello.
Oh, hello.
My name's Lero. I'm here. I'm from Velethrin. So sorry. I'm late. The stairs were quite extensive. I sit in this empty seat here.
Of course, you are welcome. As a former of the old gods, it is an honor to have you with us in our accords to ratify what it is that we are doing. So you are welcome.
I put a hand on his face. Thank you so much, friend. You're quite beautiful for the extensive welcome. I kiss him on the cheek, and then I take a seat.
He raises his hand quickly to motion to the guards in the room to not come forward. It's very kind. Yes. And who else have we here?
Chairs.
Carrying on. Yes. Please introduce yourself.
Dernek will stand up and Dernek Stonebreaker of Baelgar, and then just sit back down.
Shurian nods. Yes.
Is that
He
everybody
looks
today?
very tired and is done with this already.
The representative from Velthoros as well is here. Lily, how are you?
I would say, first of all, Lily Greenwhistle is a woman of presence. Not probably one of the youngest sitting at the table, but walking very, very swiftly and sitting very promptly, probably between Queen Nevera and the Prince of Corvallis, somewhere in between them, with very sharp eyes on them. And to answer the question, Lily says, well, I hoped to make more progress today than we did yesterday.
But of course, I am sorry. We were still waiting for some people. I will send the guards to go retrieve the scroll that you so graciously brought. If you do not know, Lily has brought the original scroll. What is the name of the scroll again? I do not recall.
It is the Scroll of Kaldrithar.
Yes, the Scroll of Kaldrithar. Yes. Which was the scroll the original pact was written upon. So we are very thankful for you bringing this to us. He's going to motion to his archmages. They're all in assembly kind of high up in the balcony of this sort of arena, and sort of motion to them. You see that he stops as he does that and looks. His gaze lingers a little bit. Halim, I am so happy that you accepted our invitation. You are here on your father's stead, correct?
My friends, Halim Rishari from the Royal Risharis, the rulers of Zahareth, and he'll pull off a leather strap around his neck, and there's a fat ring on it, and he puts it on his middle finger. From the House Rishari. I guess I sit over here.
Please, yes, be seated. And we have everybody in attendance now.
Very good.
This is quite exciting.
So where did we leave off yesterday? There are a few matters that we need to attend to. First, I think it is important to discuss the elephant in the room, as they say in Corvallis. On the topic of legitimizing the claim to the representatives of the Accords. I am sad to say, first, Prince Shirin, other way. The council has spoken to one another, and we've decided to not support your claim to the crown of Corvallis. I do humbly apologize for that you came all this way, as your father is still alive, and your claim is that of, pardon the expression, it is bastard. Another is said to hold a stronger claim, one that is your cousin, I believe.
And you will see that they are not here. And my father, as you well know, is ailing quite seriously.
Yes, I do understand, but until...
This is not a decision you could have made before I got on the ships and sailed down here with an entire contingent.
Please, boy.
Is this how you seek
Order.
to gain peace with Corvallis?
Do not forget whose house you're in, boy. This is my Imperium. You will stay on your best behavior. Do I make myself clear?
You have made yourself very clear, sir.
May I just say another outburst will have a person removed from the room. There must be order maintained here at all times.
Thank you,
Our leaders.
Queen
We are not
Avera.
children.
Always the calmer temperament. Yes, you are correct.
To break the tension, I do see a fly kind of, hovering around. My tongue snaps open and grabs it. Sorry about that.
No, we all must
apologies.
eat.
Furthermore, Captain Bugman, we have decided also to not support your claim for legitimacy for the Varicose Isles. As you know, this area has been contested for a very long time between the Rakarn and Corvallis. Until those territory disputes are settled, I fear we do not support your claim.
I respectfully but abruptly stand up and I say, with respect, Your Majesty, Counselor, respectful title, we have sorted out our sorts. The natives govern the land. Cornelius?
I do not think there is a Cornelius in the chamber. Cornelius, is that?
Cornelius Crowkill supports our legal claim, and he has been voted our viceroy, soon to be prime minister.
Sharon and Dean, you can choose to either do a two-person group action roll or do a presence roll individually.
Let's do it.
What do you want to do? You want to do it? Yeah, let's do it together.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
say
right.
this is bullshit together.
This is absolutely outrageous.
Tag team.
My girl totally has something to
Or-
say, but she's been waiting for it to calm down first.
Or you could tag team it. You could absolutely do that.
So if we
Eileen,
tag
you're there
team,
too. You can join in.
one of us goes first and then another one goes, and we're both making presence checks.
So are you more wild? I think you have more of a claim to the throne. You have more, I should say, of a right to be retaliative versus me. However, we're still both pissed off about the situation.
Yeah, oh yeah. So I, Aram, am also a little.
Right. How would you start it? And I could go, yeah, what he
I'm
said.
gonna remember this when I'm DMing for you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've got, hey, I've got a good presence score. I've got my experience that I can apply to it. I think John from Solid 20 gave us some extra hope when we all started. So yeah, let's do this.
Solid 10 D&D. Throwing out the hope. He was going crazy.
Throwing out the hope earlier on. So
outstanding.
Yeah, let's do this, buddy.
All right. You guys are going to group action roll, or are you going to?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
right.
Cool.
So I'd like to apply. I guess that I have an experience called Royal Authority, but I guess I don't know. He just questioned that, so I don't know if I can actually use it.
No, you absolutely can, and your DC for this is going to be 15.
DC is 15, and it's a presence roll.
It's a presence roll. I also, just to throw it out there, spent 3 fear to intervene in this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So
I also have a skill called, or experience called Voice of Reason.
If you'd like to spend a hope to use that, you can too.
One more thing. Being a human, highborn, I get advantage on rolls for dealing with other nobles.
There we go. Do it.
All right, here we go.
He's like, in your face, Emperor.
Let's see what we get here. All right, I rolled a 21. No, sorry, it's another 2. So 22 with fear.
Okay.
All right. I rolled a 23 with fear.
Nice.
Okay. So I get some fear. You both are successful. Describe to me how you are together arguing your legitimate claims to the throne.
My primary argument is that there is no other representative from Corvallis. If there's anyone else, that means Corvallis is not represented. And I would also say that I would support the claim of Captain King. What's your title? Bugman?
Geen Bugman.
Geen Bugman Extraordinaire, Esquire. That he also deserves a seat, and if he's not allowed, then we're not actually truly a council that represents the interests of the entire world if we don't allow him here.
And how does Geen come to his aid in that?
I will kick my chair and flip off my jacket with all 4 arms. And I point to my new brother in arms, the young prince, and I say, he is young, healthy, and has vigor of his people. Yet his claim is of bastard. Yet the only bastard I have heard of is his cousin, who is not here. My claim is legitimate, for in my title I am the voice of the free nation of Vargos. The isles and the oceans are mine to speak for. Can you take that claim from me, Prime Minister, Your Highness,
it is
Judge
Emperor.
of all?
Council, I will ask you all to help me decide who here supports these claims.
Oh, I mean, I do for sure. I like their style.
The garden lends its voice.
Shurian notices the queen not saying anything.
Surely, if we allow, and she gestures to Halim, the son of a house instead of the house head, why not the prince of a house? Legitimate or not. I haven't figured all of that out yet, but they should be represented here. And as far as Bugman goes, He wasn't here yesterday, which means he got permission to arrive. Why would you bring him in just to shut him out? Please, let's move on to the next order of business.
Does
You
anybody
speak
else?
truth. Quite rude to bring them all the way out here just to tell them no. What? Like dickery?
I have not said no or yes. I have not given my opinion on the subject. I would argue in such claims as these two gentlemen bring forward to the table that we have one who is not necessarily the one in line for the throne and another that has been spoken for and appointed by the people. The one I could go behind is the one where the people have chosen this leader, but do the people follow this potentially illegitimate claim to a throne?
And as you say that, the Emperor's going to look up to his people in the balcony as one of the Archmage, the guy who was sort of slunched over walking around, motions to him with a nod. It appears that his claim is legitimate from what we can find.
If
Perhaps
backed by-
I was too quick to rule judgment. I would like to offer my humble apologies to you, Prince Shirin, and to you, Captain Bogman.
It is right that you do due diligence, and that is well appreciated in this council. But now that it's settled, shouldn't we get to the true matter at hand? Achieving a true peace that lasts? Is that not why we were all here?
Indeed, as my father opened the doors to Rakard during the awful events of the Shattering, I'd use this as inspiration to open the doors to the world. If we cannot be friends with one another, what hope does this world have? So we need to come to an agreement to join together in a new pact. First, we need to decide on the pact lands. Veltharos is only existing because of the pact that is broken, but Corvallis, Olvodara, you have torn apart this world, this kingdom. There is nothing left. So where will the new seat of power be? I would humbly suggest Skarenthail.
As expected.
I believe somebody had some news to convey. Is this relative to the subject?
Who has news?
Why wasn't it, pardon me, we have so many in attendance today.
Raise your hand if you had news to convey.
I believe you said your friend did. Apologies.
I'm trying to think of what I might have said that might have led to that.
All good. We can change course if necessary.
It used to be the Pact Land, yes. Given recent events, it would make sense to be moved to a more stable and strong area. So you will hold the light?
The only reason that Valtheros is no longer stable is because of Elvithara and of Corvallis encroaching upon our lands and expanding into territory that does not belong to theirs. There cannot be peace with lands and relationships like this. What alliance is there to be had when our people suffer at other kingdoms' actions?
Hopefully these accords will help mend the tears in our lands. And she'll look beside her, trying to be friends with possibly the new king, future possibly, you know?
Let me be quite clear. I am not here as a representative of what Corvallis was. I am a representative of what it could be. And I am quite willing to listen and negotiate and hear your words and what your desires are. Corvallis desires peace. Whether you believe it or not, that's your choice. All I have are my deeds.
We are all here.
What would you have?
We are all here for peace, but peace cannot be decided unless our kingdoms are allied. So to that, I agree with you.
So this would be a very core part of the accord. There should be no encroachment or infringement. Would everybody agree? What happens if we have a conflict? One person has a deed to another area in somebody else's country. They believe they own it. Land can be bought and sold.
Well, the council, the new council, will decide on any matter that falls within the jurisdiction of the Accords. In the new seat of power, I vision a new council making decisions, governing, just as the old Council of Seven once did.
And yet, where was Skarenthail during the shattering?
Well said.
Ooh, snap.
Well said.
Whereas this location might be a sturdy location to have the council. Obviously, its representatives will be from everywhere. So everyone's personal responsibilities and duties to their own countries will be able to be upheld and protected. You will not have more power over the Accords than the rest of the kingdoms.
No, I envision this seat of power to be just as it was, completely separate from the governing country. The council will sit as they always have and make decisions as they always have.
But you would have it take place here.
I would propose that it take place here.
Does anyone have a better idea of where it should be? My lands can no longer hold that.
I would much prefer they are not
some restoration
my lands.
efforts will happen, but that's not now.
Yes, I would much prefer that they don't be held in my lands just in case shenanigans happen. It's quite beautiful there. Honestly, I'd rather just,
Indeed, and to answer your question, Drakarn has been isolated for a very long time, and my father saw the tragedy of the shattering and opened his doors to the refugees. And since then, we have opened our doors to the world. But Lunestra was a target, a shining city of light, stone, a symbolic target. We were insulated, being an island nation. I propose security, safety, be it held in Dalendor or Golvatar. You would be a target. Same of Regos, same of Dremor in Corvallis. These are all places tragically struck by the shattered Velgarheim in Velgar. Velgar was torn asunder. We remain relatively unscathed. And I say that not as a, what's the word, bragging, but just as fact.
Well, of course not. You have the higher percentage of your guards still alive. It would make sense to want to have it protected.
Yet this could bring threat to you. There are those that would envy, and others that would see you as a new target. This could also come with extra costs. Would you not
Indeed.
collect a tax?
No, we are fine. Any debt incurred from this new council will come from the council funds and used only for council business as the past. The same agreement we had 20 years ago will hold.
That agreement belongs in the past. It led to the shattering. It led to the situation we're here now. That we're here in now. Why not make a statement of peace and unity? Why place it on one of our lands when perhaps all of us could contribute to a single neutral location that we build together?
Well, is that not what the Pack lands were? That's how we got Velthoros.
There's nothing neutral about this place, good sir.
Well,
You and I know it.
in
As
that
wonderful
moment,
as it is.
Nope, continue.
Oh, sorry. As wonderful
No.
as it is, there will always be bias. You are far from the rest of us. We must all make voyages by sea, and that is quite costly. How can you expect us to all drop everything and spend the rest of our lives here to represent this council? It makes no sense. No, I think now is the time to have a greater vision for all of us.
And in that moment, you see one of the archmages come scurrying up to the Emperor. He said, wait. You see them quietly mouthing to one another back and forth. Sort of like you can see that his body language is becoming more and more aggressive as he takes a step down and slowly walks over to Lily and asks, Lily, have you or any of your guards gone into the vaults to remove the scroll?
Of course we haven't.
When do you recall the last time that you laid eyes on it? When they locked it up, you personally saw to that it was locked. Yes.
Yes, I was a witness to its locking away in the vault and its protection, even the wards going up.
And you are sure that you saw the scroll go in the vault?
I am certain. Why do you question me on this?
Well, the wards remain sealed, but someone has taken the scroll. Someone who had access, which is only the people in this room. He's going to sort of walk back up to the head of the table. Does anyone have anything that they would like to share, confess, discuss?
All right,
Well,
you
it's-
caught me. I had a drink before I came, or 5. But it wasn't me who took it. I've got an alibi.
Well, it certainly seems like trust within the new council is going to be hard fought. And she starts looking at different people. It's an inconvenience.
As you know, the scroll is a symbol, but it was written with the blessings of the gods. It is one of the few artifacts that still holds a spark of the divine. We hope to use this spark to ratify this new pact. And I believe someone here does not wish that to happen. Captain Bogman, you have come to us at a convenient time.
You, questioning if I took your role or what have you? If so, knowledge is not the treasure I seek, although it is very useful.
Very well.
I
You
believe
seek
that
to build
also-
trust by making unfounded accusations?
I
This
seek
I
to
find
ask the
disrespectful.
pirate if he was pirating.
Our
You didn't
newest
ask
member-
anyone else.
Are you
Who
a
else?
pirate, Princeling?
Of course not. You know I'm not.
Whoa. Thank you, young prince. However, your majesty, counselor, high priest, chicken wing, I dislike your jest that I be robbing you when I'm trying to prove myself. Do you? Why would I do that when I'm trying to, or as you think, steal from you?
I am just looking for answers. And
No,
as he says
I shall
that,
too.
the Archmage returns and whispers. He sort of like waves his hand off, and you see a few of the Imperium run out of the room. And in that moment, we're going to take the spotlight all the way down to the Middle District,
Ooh.
where we're going to find Meadowlark, Dipper, and Reyna. Meadowlark, have you gone to your appointment by yourself, or have you brought your company against the guidance of your bartender?
That's a very good question. I do think the opportunity to come would have been extended if people did want to sit through another lecture on maps and ley lines and geography and all of those wonderful things together, but I did notice that we passed some very shiny things along the way and some opportunities to potentially do some good and show off the beauty of the stars if Dipper wishes a chance to escape into a tourney.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Meadowlark. There's a woman back there. She looked a little bit sad. She mentioned something about a lost child, and the child was... I saw the child only a block away, and the child looked sad because he had a lost mother, and... Oh, I'll catch up with you, darling.
As
Go.
usual, I have no idea what either you're talking about.
Just try not to end up in the outside of the city.
No promises. Bye!
Don't forget your glasses.
Oh, shit. Thanks.
So as you make your way through the Collegium area, you see all of these large ivory buildings, beautiful stonework that sort of kind of branches off west of that greater green common area where the festival is happening. You see a lot of guards sort of standing around the edges of the outer rim of sort of the Collegium or the industrial area. And as you make your way, they don't stop you. They don't, you don't look like a ruffian or anything like that. They let you pass. And as you walk through the area, you notice that it's very quiet. There's nobody working. There's a big festival. There's lots of celebration banners and whatnot. And, you make your way through and you sort of just realize that it's just so quiet. Your barkeep had sort of given you instructions on where to go. So you kind of go through the Collegium main sort of building. And as you walk in and you kind of walk up to the main step, and you see a desk with a small gnomish girl sitting there. She's writing.
Hello.
Oh, hello there. Can I help you?
I do indeed have an appointment with I believe it was the provost. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but I do have an appointment to talk about some very interesting areas in regard to mapping.
Oh yeah, the High Provost. She oversees all of the Collegiums. She's Kael is her name. Kael. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're not who I was expecting. She stepped out. She's, there's a thing happening today. I don't know if you've heard of it. But you're welcome to wait in her office if you prefer. Your name was?
Meadowlark Fallen.
Meadowlark Fallen. That's beautiful. I'm Jenny. It's very nice to meet you.
Jenny. Wonderful.
Yes. Very, very high fantasy, Jenny. You're welcome to head into the office and wait if you prefer. She should be soon.
I'm going to take you off on that. That sounds like a wonderful.
Are you a courier or gilded saint? Or... No. Okay, sorry.
I'm from the garden.
Garden, of course. Yeah. Obviously. Okay. Sure. If you'd like to go wait, she should be here shortly, momentarily.
I nudge Meadowlark and say, I don't like how quiet this area is. I am going to go scout. I will climb up high and keep an eye, so to speak.
Enjoy. I
Thank
honestly do quite like how quiet it is. Oh God, is it loud in this city?
I scurry away and find somewhere to perch.
So as you enter this office, describe to me what you see.
First of all, what every good academic office needs is a bookshelf, absolutely littered with old books, compasses, scrolls, an astrolabe tucked into the corner, slates for working out things, a desk with a healthy coating of paper, and at least one ongoing project for a Institute of Cartography. I believe that is going to be looking into one of those really lovely almost sand pits where you can create perhaps a little bit of a touch of magic, a proper representation of 3D topography, how the land changes and how the land flows.
So as you're looking at this beautiful project that really has struck an interest in you, how involved are you in staring at this? Are you just glancing, or are you taking it all in?
Taking it all in, resisting some urge to prod. Maybe not resisting that well.
So you hear as the door behind you slams. She's. Can I help you? Are you? No. She has something held under her arm as she slowly makes her way to her desk, and she's like, Are you my appointment then?
Yes, I am. Everyone seems to be a little bit surprised.
You're not who I was expecting.
Who do you think I should be?
A human bard named Benjen?
You're very correct. That is not me.
Okay. Do you know?
I remember hearing about. I've heard of that one.
You have? Oh, okay. Okay, maybe. All right.
I have been asked to put warning signs on maps about him before.
And she's gonna walk up to the door and slide the lock shut. All right. I am glad that you made it here, but you must get word out of Skarenthail. Do not trust the Gilded Saints with this, okay? I know they're your people. I was only going to speak with Benjen about this. He was the one who was going to get this into the hands of the right people. I don't know who, I don't know where, but the Emperor, somebody in the Imperium, they hope to twist the magic of this. Can you take this someplace safe?
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
Who are the Gilded Saints?
Who are you?
I'm Meadowlark Falling. I had
I'm going
a
to spend a fear. Pounding on the door that she is locked. Oh no. I thought there would be more time. I thought they must have noticed me out of the courts. Here, take this.
Do you need to leave too?
She shoves this package into your hands. Out the window, quick.
Well, this is going to be fun. Someone owes me a conversation about ley lines at some point, though. Okay, anyway. Since this meeting is not going to be productive, you owe me a favor once this is done.
There's no... Gonna spend another fear. As the door splinters, shatters, Imperial marshals come barging into the office. She's like, please, run! And she's gonna start to try to hold them back as she's urging you to go out the window.
I'm gonna go out the window. This wouldn't be the first time.
Come out the window.
Give
what
me
you actually see, I'm gonna spend a stress on the way out. And what you see is something that you might be familiar with at this point, but a bear cat come out the window. They
So
are
I know who this is.
extremely big, rather fluffed up, and very good climbers.
Excellent. Make a finesse roll with advantage. And Reyna, give me a instinct roll to perceive.
Okay, let me just very quickly add on a beast form.
I got a 15 with fear.
15 with fear. Oh, good. I'm running out of fear. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Agile Scout. Okay. And you said finesse. Excellent. Well,
I know that sound.
Your
Yep.
your DC for this is pretty low because you're in your cat form. We'll say it's like 10.
yep, that is a 7, 13, 13 with hope.
Okay, take your hope. So as you leap from the window, describe to me how you do this. How do you get out of the window and onto the ground?
Well, most people expect someone jumping out a window to go down, right? I'm going to pivot and go up. Being a climber is always very nice. Having claws, which are good for bark, is just as good in mortar. And while folks may be looking for a rather tall firbolg on the ground, there is a not small, but very differently shaped creature heading upwards towards the roofs.
So as you burst out of this this window and transform and start moving up, these guards just sort of come out and sort of swipe at you as this High Provost is trying to hold them back, and they start to slowly. One guy is like trying to climb out the window, the rest go out the door. Reyna, you see this beast climbing up with this scroll in its mouth, and you see them, you notice them, and it startles you. You slip, and it start to roll down the peak of the roof, marking a stress as you go.
So I mark a stress?
Mark a stress.
Okay.
You collide with this animal. You said it was a what?
A Binturong.
as you sort of smash into each other, you both are suddenly aware of each other's presence. What happens
So
next?
He crashes into me.
So
So they're moving up and you're falling down. So
Okay.
you start crashing into each other. And you have
So
that
I'm not
moment.
crashing into them, or is that where I am?
Yeah, you are together. You have both sort of like you've slid down the roof and they've sort of come up the roof and you've met in the middle.
I cushioned
Gotcha.
your fall with a bit of an indignant squeak.
I didn't realize you were going to come out this window.
And then the bear cat opens up its mouth, and because Daggerheart is lovely, I get to speak in beast form.
Nice.
Meadowlark says, I wasn't expecting to leave out the window either. I was hoping this meeting would take a lot longer, but apparently we're leaving now.
Yes.
And
Well, would
by
you mind
leaving now, I
giving me a
mean
lift?
really leaving now.
From your vantage point, you see all of these Imperial marshals starting to come out of the building, more coming into the square, sort of the quad of these four major ivory towers of the Collegium. You see the struggle you have ahead of you. What's your next move?
This is not a bad place for rooftops, is it? Is there a way that we can identify a route which would take us across the rooftops and away from angry folks with sharp objects on the floor?
Give me an instinct to perceive.
Could I spend a hope to add the experienced cartographer to it?
Absolutely.
There's got to be a lot of experience in checking out routes. Oh, okay. That was instinct. So 14, 19. That'll be 21 with hope.
Take your hope. 21 does it. So you're able to look across the way to sort of plot out a path on the rooftops that would sort of circumvent all of these Imperial marshals down below.
Well, follow along. We're going at pace.
While he does that, may I make a spell cast roll?
Absolutely.
Vicious Entangle.
Okay.
So that is, I will cast that. So I got a 6 with hope.
Okay, 6 does not land. Take your hope.
Yep.
But as you launch this spell, describe to me how it gets sent towards these. I'm assuming you're launching at the marshals down on the ground.
Yep. Because
Okay.
of our rapidly fast movement trying to escape, I accidentally cast the spell. And it misses and catches a small family who's just minding their own business out for a walk. And they start screaming, and I'm like, oh God, sorry, sorry. And they just see this elf riding on a crazy animal running away.
It's not a mother and kid that just look like they got reunited, right?
No, this is a happy family minding their own damn business. And I feel terrible.
So
But
the
I gotta
marshals,
hope.
the marshals on the ground see this spell cast go awry, and they start looking up towards the rooftops. What's your next move?
Okay.
Can I cast it again?
If you'd like to, but you've plotted this course. So are you going to move along?
Could I spend a hope to? This is normally more of a thing in when you your movement is silent. You can spend a hope to move up to far range without rolling.
Okay.
Basically, just trying to turn up the speed a little bit using agility as a trait.
And is Reyna on your back?
I'm holding on for dear life.
This is a very big binturong.
It's probably
Describe to me how you're running across the rooftops and how you eventually make your way into the festival where you can find Dipper.
Well, with my friend on my back, basically
I'm very
clutching
light.
onto fur and keeping herself attached somehow. A lot of this is going to be spent jumping and catching gutters with the tip of with claw tips, pulling and wriggling, and making our way to at least some point where I'm sure there will be at least one wall hanging to clamber down, and eventually dust off into a slightly disheveled looking confused Meadowlark once again.
So as you come down and land and start to transform and try to like nonchalantly quickly walk through the crowds, you do see just out of the corner of your eye, there are still Imperial marshals running in the direction. They saw the direction the beast was running. They don't know who you are necessarily, but as you quickly make your way, you sort of bump into Dipper, who is in having a deep conversation with some friends that he had just met.
And yes, that is how you take birch bark twigs and make it into tea. It's fantastic. You should try it.
Their eyes are rolling back in their head.
Hello, love of mine.
Apple. Reyna, hello.
Hello, love of mine. I think it's time for us to potentially enjoy
Reading.
the atmosphere somewhere else. We've been asked to help someone.
Oh, did we help somebody out so much that we made people angry at us again?
Which way did they go?
This would be the
Let's
first
do it
time.
swiftly.
These are official business.
You see these Imperium marshals sort of making their way towards you, coming into the circle that is the festival, kind of trying to pinpoint exactly where this animal and its rider went to, as you've now latched on to an orc and a giant who are standing. I mean, Meadow is already pretty tall, so is Dip. Everyone's just pretty damn tall, right? Yeah, so a very tall group of people in this crowd, and they're sort of looking around as you were having this conversation with Balo and Lev, being interrupted by this frantic scene.
Can I quickly reach into my nomadic pack, spend a hope, and pull out a mundane item that's useful, such as, like, you know those tiny little fireworks that make a lot of noise and spin around in a circle?
Mm-hmm.
And can I just, like, yeet that away from us to kind of cause a little bit of a distraction so we can run away?
Absolutely. How loud is the distraction?
I'll say louder than the crowd, at least. So it sounds like a little bit of a mini, like, explosion, but also a whirring at the same time.
All right, so as
concert loud.
Where did you even find that?
Oh, I was gifted this by a kid.
As you make this throw, I want you to give me a strength check. We're gonna have a really low DC. Let's call it, I don't know, 8.
It'd help if I
just
throw my dice.
Just in case you shank it.
Oh, but strength is my shiz. Okay, that is a 26 with fear.
Okay, well I'll take that fear. That's really the only reason why I had to do it.
An 11 and a 12.
So as you launch this, it goes and it just against like this back wall of the festival, and everyone's head sort of turn, and you just hear these marshals say down as they pull these arcane rifles and start launching bolts into that direction.
I hope that wasn't somebody's house. Run!
With everybody down, they turn and see Team Tall standing.
And me hiding behind people.
And in that moment, we're going to take the spotlight and move it back to the Imperium. The Grand Archmage is walking down a hallway with Halim, Geen, and Shurin. As he's speaking to you, yes, I'm so sorry about the confusion earlier. The Emperor, he's with the Master of Arms right now, but he will be back shortly, and we will certainly have a proper dinner. If you would like some refreshments, I could bring. I could bring. Have a servant bring some wine or some food you could pick at while you wait. It's no trouble. He feels deeply regrets his showing from earlier today.
Yes, friend. Would you trouble me in getting whiskey for my friend, as I just gesture to our friend who was desperately recovering for his hair, and the young lord, some fine whiskey,
Aaron,
as well as for myself.
So Sheeran, speak up a little bit, my friend. We cannot hear you.
So he nudges me. That's Prince, not Lord.
Of course.
Ah, yes,
Sorry.
yes, the young prince, the fresh prince, as you wish.
As I said, the Emperor is with the Master of Swords for his training. We think we know who the culprit was who stole the scroll. Unfortunately, it's one of our assembly, the High Provost, the Collegium overseer. I do apologize again on behalf of the Emperor for any inconvenience this may have caused. And Lord Harim, thank you for accepting his invite. I know that it is not your responsibility, but it is. We do appreciate. If you'd like to make your way into his quarters, please help yourselves. I will send someone with some whiskey and some wine. And what was that? What else did you need?
You said the culprit has been apprehended.
It's identified, yes.
Identified, but
yes,
nothing
yes.
yet.
Correct, yes.
How do you know it was them?
It's illusory magics that they used to trick us into thinking that it was the archmages. We were able to identify the magics and trace
You
it
had
back to
no
the source.
safeguards against such a thing.
Well, why are you
Unfortunately.
downplaying this?
Unfortunately, it was done by the archmages who put the wards in place. So you can address it directly with the Emperor when he comes back, if you'd like. Please
Looking
make our
forward
way
to
in.
seeing what the Emperor has to say about it, but yes, we will await your refreshments.
He opens the door and lets you in. Who would like to describe what you see when you enter the
Fresh
Emperor's?
Prince.
You're going to make me do it?
We let you go first, right?
Well, this is a
And West
story
Skarenthail
all about
now.
how my life got turned upside down. This room is supposed to be a large, just sort of a parlor, like a waiting chamber that's got refreshments.
This is like the Emperor's royal quarters. It's sort of like his house up in the Imperium. So it is very vast. It is.
Wow. Okay. I would imagine, so this is a place of technology and magic working together. So I would expect, and we're kind of in, an arid climate. So water is really important. So I would expect sort of some, maybe some like mini aqueduct system pouring through, and maybe some small, gardens, pottery around, from local flora, and maybe some tapestries, and of course there's an amazing view out, and there's some smaller side chambers, but there are mostly, instead of walls, there's just like these kind of curtains that shimmer, and you realize that actually they're not doors. You can just kind of walk through them, and they're actually physically, like you can just kind of pass through them. And so you could get really confused if you haven't been here before. But the waiting area that we're in has some very comfortable chairs and a nice. Actually, I don't think they would have chairs. You know what? They have cushions, nice big cushions that we would actually have to sit down on, and maybe very light, very ancient, but well maintained, large sort of carpet. And the servants are sort of bringing out, large pots. I don't know if they're going to bring out whiskey or not. Do they have whiskey in this city? I guess we're going to find out. Yeah, so we basically have all these cushions that we've got, and we've got a really nice view, and kind of like the sound of water running around us as well.
Does anybody want to add to the description? What else do you see?
Yes. There's a slight draft to the room as the whispers carry. the servants have a interesting demeanor on their faces as they're bringing out food, as a new rumor spread of the Archmage's involvement within the recent scroll. There's an eerie stillness in the air, also from the new news.
Would Halim like to add anything?
And this tanned man face plants into one of the big cushions.
I'm going to spend a fear.
No.
No!
And as you face plant into the cushion, you lift your face and you find there's blood.
Ooh.
Quick. Instinct to perceive. However you like, as a group, individually.
You want to do group?
Let's do it as a group.
All right, who's leading it? Who's leading this group action
My
roll?
instincts are 0.
Plus 3.
It's you.
Now I'd like to add, I sat and watched the garden grow as my experience.
All right. All right, so Sharon and Jin, damn it, Geen, roll first.
Geen. 15 with fear.
15 with fear.
11 with hope.
Okay, 11 with hope. This is like a reaction roll, so fear or hope don't matter for these group action
Oh, right,
rolls unless it's the
That's
big.
right.
So 15, and what was the other one? I'm sorry.
11.
11. So Hal plus 0 to you.
Alrighty. Let me add some things.
Did not
Plus
help.
2. And let me make sure I. All right, here we go. Roll. That is a 19 with hope, a 21 with hope.
21 with hope. Y'all take your hope.
Yay.
Let me ask you this question. Myst. What's your evasion?
Evasion.
Oh no. Mine is 11.
12.
12. Perfect. So as you look around the room, you get this sense of something is there with you. And you see these figures trying to stay out of you. They notice you notice them, and they emerge. Describe to me the murder scene of the Emperor.
No. Okay.
I didn't like him anyway.
So this is so bad. There is blood everywhere. It's stuck to the shimmering little panels that you can walk through. It's stuck to the floor. It's on the ceiling. There is blood absolutely everywhere. Directly above where Halim ended up face planting into the pillows, there is blood dripping down from the ceiling. And this is actually where the Emperor is. He is on his back, kind of on the ceiling with his arms like dangling down. He's just kind of pinned there, stuck there, not by anything visible. And there's just blood coming from his body. There's so much blood that you can't even tell how or what he was murdered by.
Myst, I need you to roll let's just say 1d6. Evens
Okay.
or odds? Evens is Shurin. Odds is Geen.
Uh-oh.
I rolled the odds.
Geen, you notice upon walking into the room a suspicious weapon lying in the back of the Emperor. What weapon has been stolen from you and used for this murder?
My tomahawk given to me by one of the elders on the island, made of bone from the whales that migrate there every year.
This tomahawk buried deep in the Emperor's back. Your conflict during the Accords fresh in your mind. These two strangers looking at you. The tension in this room broken by glass shattering. The shrieking of a servant as they walk into this scene and run out the door. You know you have moments left to react. What will you do?
I will retrieve my tomahawk.
Well, that's the question that we're going to answer next week.
Yeah.
Same time, same place next week. Let's bring everybody back for us say goodbye. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for hanging out for this first episode of Group Action Roll Oathfyre. Team 1 just got accused of a crime, possibly. Team 2 just got accused of a crime, personally. I think there's one thing I told Jen and Sage not to do. It was get accused of a crime.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Well done.
Yeah, leave it to
Funny
those
how
two.
we always try and help people, but we just commit crimes.
Yeah,
funny how
I've
that
been
works.
through this setup type
mean-
stuff before.
We're still in the shadows. That person did not see us.
Which person?
The person that walked in.
I mean, you were standing. I mean, we'll find out next week, I guess. We'll find-
Sounds like that's gonna cut it.
Yeah.
All right. Any alibis before we send it off for today?
Wasn't me.
Hearing.
Wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
It wasn't me. All right. Cool. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for engaging in the story with me. We did have one Wind of Fate being marked off by Teacup earlier today. And stick around, find out next week what happens to Team 1, right? Team 1's next week?
Yep. See
Yeah.
you on next
Outstanding.
week.
All right. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Cheerio.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
When the fire calls, we answer anyway. Oaths in our bones, flame in our hands. If the world turns, let it turn away. We'll burn brighter, we'll burn higher.